Rory, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Nice to see you early for a change.
Thanks for accommodating.
Obviously it's a big week, Rory, and a special week. I know you touched on it yesterday, but maybe talk a little bit first about what this tournament kind of means to you and the 25th anniversary and stuff.
Yeah, the Dubai Desert Classic's always been a tournament that I'd like to come and play. I played twice as an amateur here in 06 and 07, so the tournament was very good to me, giving me those invites. And it was sort of, I guess, fitting in a way that I won my first tournament here as a pro in 09. So obviously whenever you come back to a place where you've got a win like that, you're going to have special memories, fond memories. So it's nice to come back. I sort of missed it last year. I think I've alluded to that a few times. But yeah, it's great to be back, and the course is in great shape as it always is, and shaping up to be a great week. 25th anniversary. Getting all the past champions are sadly obviously yesterday. So a good way to kick off the week, and obviously a strong field as well.
You seem to be in pretty formidable form. Fancy your chances?
Yeah, I'm playing well. I played well in Abu Dhabi. Feel like my games came on a little bit since then as well, just with the wedge play and stuff. So yeah, I feel good driving the ball well, which is a big key for me. So hopefully I can keep that up. But looking forward to it. It's always good to get a win early on in the season. It would be nice to be up there at least and challenging for the trophy on Sunday.
Take some questions for Rory. Put your hand up, get the mic to you. Steve?
First, other than the hair, what's changed the most for you from 5 years ago? So much curl sticking
My
out.
physique,
Yeah.
well, I guess,
Yeah.
a little bit. I'm more experienced. I'm more sure of myself, more confident. Feel like I belong. Not that I didn't then, but I think getting that first win.
To get over the line.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, a lot of things have changed in 5 years, but as a person, I feel like I'm sort of similar. Obviously, a few things sort of change you when you go up a few levels or whatever, but in essence, still the same person that was sitting here on that Sunday night with the big coffee pot next to me.
Rory, you spoke of the importance of the win in Melbourne for you at the time, the year in between. How important was it for you to come out and play well in Abu Dhabi and just see that you'd continue to form and carry the momentum into the new year and get off to a good start in 2014?
Yeah, Sydney. No,
Sorry.
yeah, it was really important. I felt like I'd been playing well up until that point. I was showing some good form. Played well in China, played well in Korea, played well in Dubai, but just didn't quite get the win. So I didn't think a win was necessary because I felt like my game was coming back into the shape that I wanted it to. But getting the win down there was very nice, very satisfying. Great to end the year with a win. Even though it mightn't have been on any of the sort of major tours, it was still a good win down there against battling Scotty for the weekend, I guess. I was proud of that. So it was good to get the win and build some momentum into this year, and feel like I've carried it through. I had a great off season, practiced, played a lot. Sort of didn't really take too much time off, so it feels good. And yeah, I mean that's all. For the last few months of 13, it was just all about trying to build some momentum going into this year, and I feel like I've done.
We'll talk about that momentum. At what point last year did you feel like you were starting to get that momentum, that things had started to turn?
I took 4 weeks off after the playoffs, that extra playoffs. It should have only been 3 when I was the Tour Championship, but it was 4 weeks off, and at that time I did a lot of good work with Michael Bannon, my coach, and sort of found a couple of little keys and went with it to Asia. Played well there, played the Korean Open, finished second, and had put a new driver and a new ball in the bag that week. And then went to China the week after, played okay, sort of like 25th. And then after that, you know, I played well, played that exhibition with Tiger, felt like I hit it really well there. Finished 6th, I think, in Shanghai at the World Golf Championship, 5th here in Dubai, and then went down to Australia. So it was really during that sort of October-November period where I felt like everything was gradually falling back into place. So you know, getting that win, as I said, was very important, and carrying that momentum on through into this year. And had a great 2 weeks here at the start of the year, practiced really well, and you know, that gave me the confidence, knowing that I could, you know, stand up in my first tournament of the season and contend right.
Will you change your schedule at all this year as opposed to what you played last year?
Not really. I mean, it's sort of similar. I got a match play on the Doral, which is going to be you know, a couple of weeks off after this, and then I'm not sure. Leading up to the Masters, I'll definitely play Houston. Whether I add one more in there, I'm not too sure yet. And then it's basically it's a similar schedule the whole way through until after the FedEx Cup playoffs, Ryder Cup, and then you know, we got that all the Asian stuff to play as well. So it's a very similar schedule to what I've, you know, played in previous years.
Kevin?
Rory, you want me to use that?
Shout out, Kev.
Rory, was there a time last year when it got so bad you thought there was no way out of the mess? And looking forward, do you think what you learned most about the experience of last year when the form disappears?
Yeah, I think I never got to that point where I thought there was no way out. There was no, you know, how am I ever going to play well again? There was none of that. But around the Open time at Muirfield, you know, I wasn't playing well. Missed the cut, and just wasn't feeling very good about my game at all. So after that, I played a little better, top 10 and the PGA at Oak Hill, and just I guess from then just sort of started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, I mean, I guess the thing that I learned was just not to panic. Like, not to panic, not to look for different things. Oh, I should do this, I should do that, or you know, it's, you know, you got to remind yourself of what got you here in the first place. And, you know, you might start looking to, you know, oh, maybe I should try this, or maybe I should go and talk to that guy or this guy. You know, it doesn't. That's not the way to approach it at all. You just need to work your way out of it, and sometimes it takes longer than other times. And you know, this you know, particular period took me a while to get out of, but just trusted the people that I had around me, and you know, we knew what to do to put it right.
Joy?
Rory, given that you're driving the ball so well, and the fact that there's a little extra motivation of about $2.5 million for a hole-in-one on the 17th, what's your game plan for the week for the 17th hole? That's question number one. And number two, which actually is your favorite hole and why on this golf course?
Yeah, I mean, I've you know, if I've got the right wind on the 17th in previous years, especially off the back tee, I'll go for it. I think for Saturday and Sunday they're going to move the tee up a little bit on the 17th, so you know, no matter what way the wind is, it shouldn't be a problem to get there. So yeah, I mean, there's not many chances you have to win 2.5 million in one shot, so I'll give it a go. So yeah, and favorite hole out here. I'm not sure. I think the strongest hole out here is probably the 12th hole. 12th hole is a really good hole, and it's sort of the last really tough hole you have until you get that stretch of, you know, sort of 13, 14. Okay, 15 is a tough par 3, but you've got a few birdie chances coming in. That's really the last tough hole you have before you can make it
Jamie?
Rory, you wouldn't have a go at it if you were 3 clear on the Sunday, would you?
I mean, if you're confident enough with your driver, yeah, why not? It might even be a driver. That's the thing. If they move the tee up, you know, if it's when you're going to play 295 or 300, it's a pretty good. So I mean, it's
The changes, those trees catch balls as well, don't they? I've seen it a few times. Anyway, come on.
Come on, be a question.
Hopefully you're leaning quite through your
When you were watching this last year, did you think, regardless of golfing reasons, did you think I should be there emotionally, and should that figure more in schedule and sometimes the events you know really mean something to you?
Yeah, I didn't watch it last year. I was in Courchevel actually, so I didn't watch it. But yeah, it's an event that I played every year since turning pro. It's an event I played every year since 2006. So I guess to miss it last year was I felt like working on the range, especially with the new club, was going to be better for me than actually playing tournaments. And it was probably the other way around. I needed to test the stuff out in competition, and I sort of learned that pretty quickly into the season. But I mean, we all make little mistakes, whether it's with schedule or whatever. So I'm glad to be back.
Rory, this time last year there was a lot of talk about the hope of duels down the stretch and important events between yourself and Tiger. Obviously it didn't happen for various reasons. What do you think the chances are this season, and would such a duel represent something of an ultimate test for you?
Yeah, it would be great if it happened. You know, a lot of things have to fall into place for us to play well at the same week and the same venue. And, you know, even I think I saw an interview with Phil or Tiger. You know, obviously they've had a big rivalry the past sort of 10 or 15 years, but actually the amount of times that they've battled each other down the stretch actually hasn't been that much, maybe only a handful of times. So, you know, a lot of things need to sort of fall into place for that to happen. But you know, of course, I'd love it to happen. You know, battling for a tournament with anyone. You know, it was a great thrill down in Australia doing it with Adam Scott at the end of last year, and you know, I'd just love to get myself into those sort of positions to to fight out for titles. So whether it's with Tiger or with anyone else, it's it's something that you really look forward to.
Against Tiger, would that represent an ultimate
Of course it would, yeah. Going down the stretch with arguably the best player the game's ever seen. Of course it would be the ultimate test.
Last one, please.
Rory, I know you spent a lot of time here over the new year and you've played a few practice rounds here and the event yesterday. Just want your general thoughts on the course really and changes since you weren't able to come last year and how you felt it is now, especially after yesterday as well.
Yeah, you know, the golf course has always been, it's great. It's a great layout. Not much has changed in that way over the past few years. You know, they've added a couple of new tee boxes. Make a couple of holes a little longer, but you know, it's in magnificent condition. The greens are as firm and as fast as I've ever seen them, which is going to be great for the week. It's going to be a good test. And I actually like what they've done around the greens as well. Instead of having that heavy rough, like quite close to the bunkers, it's all sort of mowing areas and like sort of little runoffs and stuff. So it's good. It's in really good condition, and I think they've set it up really well this year. It should be a good test.
Rory, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.